Dear students, today's topic of my lecture is electric potential at a point due to an electric dipole. So you have already derived a formula in case of electric field intensity at a point due to an electric dipole, that is the point either onto axial line or onto the equatorial line. But here the point P which we have taken, it is neither onto the axial line nor onto the equatorial line. So first we have to calculate a general expression for electric potential at a point P due to an electric dipole. Later on, then we place in place of this theta equal to 0, then this point P is on the axial line of electric dipole. So that is electric potential at a point on an axial line of electric dipole. Similarly, when we place theta equal to 90 degree, and then we can calculate electric potential at a point on equatorial line of an electric dipole. So we start for finding an expression for electric potential at a point due to an electric dipole. So for that purpose, we consider an electric dipole which consists minus q plus q charges separated by a small distance 2a with center O. Let P be a point at distance small r from the center O, at which electric potential is to be determined. So since electric potential is a scalar quantity, therefore electric potential at point P is the algebraic sum of the potential at P due to plus q charge and due to minus q charge. So the total potential at point P due to an electric dipole is V equal to V plus Q plus V minus Q. That is potential at point P due to the plus Q charge and plus potential at P due to minus Q charge. So as you already calculated electric potential at a point due to the single charge. So when you calculate electric potential at P due to plus Q charge, then it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R2. Similarly, when you find out electric potential at P due to minus Q charge, then it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q upon R1. So substitute this value here in this equation, then what you will get? V equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, you take common outside, then Q upon R2 minus Q upon R1. This one is equation 1. Now you see here in the equation 1, 1 upon R1 and 1 upon R2, that we have to calculate and substitute this value in equation 1, then we get an expression at point P for electric potential due to an electric dipole. So for that purpose, what we have to do? We drop a perpendicular AC on OP produced. Then we take triangle AOC. In this triangle, we calculate cos theta. That is cos theta is OC upon OA. And OA is A. So OC upon A, then OC equal to A cos theta. Mark this equation number 2. Similarly, in the same triangle, you will find out sin theta. So when we find out the sin theta, then sin theta is AC upon OA, and OA is A. So that is AC upon OA, and place the value of OA A. So this becomes sin theta equal to AC upon A. then AC equal to A sine theta. Mark this equation number 3. Now by geometry, we can say that AP square equal to AC square plus CP square. Then you substitute the values of AC and CP, which you have already calculated. That is AP square equal to AC is A sine theta. So when you substitute is here, then it is A square sine square theta. Similarly, place the value of the CP from equation number 2. That is R plus A cos theta whole square. Because CP equal to OP plus OC, and OC, the value of the OC that you are taking from equation 2, and OP is small r. This is OP and OP is small r. So r plus A cos theta, then its whole square. Then you open it, then you will get, in place of AP square, you substitute R1 square, then R1 square equal to A square sine square theta plus, open this expression, R square plus 2AR cos theta plus A square cos square theta. I think everybody know the A plus B whole square, the same formula that we have applied here. Now you see this expression, this term and this term. From here we can take A square common, then within bracket it comes sine square theta plus cos square theta plus R square plus 2AR cos theta. Now you know that sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So substitute this value, then the expression becomes R1 square equal to A square plus R square plus 2AR cos theta. Now from here you take R square common, then the expression becomes R1 square equal to R square 1 plus A square upon R square plus 2AR cos theta upon R square. I think everybody can do like that. Now 1 R get cancelled from here, so only the R is left. So final expression becomes R1 square equal to R square 1 plus A square upon R square plus 2A cos theta upon R square. Mark this equation number 4. Now if we say that R is greater than A, that is the dipole is very short, then in that condition what we will do, then we neglect the higher power terms and keep first order of A upon R. That is A square upon R square can be neglected. So in that condition the equation 4 becomes R1 square equal to R square within bracket 1 plus A cos theta upon R. Now that expression can be written as R1 equal to R within bracket 1 plus 2A cos theta upon R raised to the power 1 by 2. Mark this equation number 1. But you see that in equation 1 you require the value of 1 upon R1. So this equation 5 can be written as in terms of the 1 upon R1. So 1 upon R1 equal to 1 upon R, 1 plus 2A cos theta upon R. Now the power raised to the minus 1 by 2. Mark this equation number 6. Now in 11th class you have studied binomial theorem. So this portion of equation 6 we expand by using binomial theorem and neglect the higher power of terms. That is, we have to keep only the first order of A upon R. Then equation 6 becomes 1 upon R1 equal to 1 upon R, 1 minus 1 by 2, 2A cos theta upon R. This 2 and 2 get cancelled. Here all higher power of terms that we are neglecting. So when 2 and 2 get cancelled, then what you will get, 1 upon R1 equal to 1 upon R within bracket 1 minus A cos theta upon R. Mark this equation number 7. This is the value which you have calculated of 1 upon R1 that we require to put in equation number 1. Now similarly, For calculating the value of 1 upon R2, what we do? We drop the perpendicular BD on OP. And in the same way as you have done earlier, we find out the value of cos theta, sin theta, then apply the geometry, then find out R2, then 1 upon R2. Let us see. So we take the triangle BOD. Earlier we have taken AOC, now BOD. This OP distance is represented by small r. So in that triangle BOD, find out the cos theta, that is OD upon OB, then OD upon A. OB equal to A, then OD equal to A cos theta. Mark this equation 8. Similarly, you find out in the same triangle sin theta, BD upon OB, that is BD upon A. OB equal to A. Then BD equal to A sin theta, equation number 9. Similarly, by geometry, now BP square equal to BD square plus DP square. So substitute the values. Now BP square equal to BD, that you have calculated from equation 9. You substitute it. A square sin square theta plus DP. DP is OP minus OD. OP minus OD. And OD you have calculated. So substitute the value of OD from equation 8 and OP is small r. So finally it becomes r minus a cos theta. Since it is dp square, so whole square. So everybody know that a minus b whole square. So open it by using that formula. So finally what you will get? In place of the bp square, write r2 square equal to a square sin square theta plus r square minus 2ar cos theta plus a square cos square theta. Now you see this term and the first term, this a square we can take common. Within bracket is sin square theta plus cos square theta plus r square minus 2ar cos theta. Since sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, therefore the expression becomes r2 square equal to a square plus r square minus 2ar cos theta. Similarly, from here also you take r square common. So when you take r square common, then what you will get? R2 square equal to r square within bracket 1 plus a square upon r square minus 2ar cos theta upon r square. This r and 1 r get cancelled. So you will get r2 square equal to r square within bracket 1 plus a square upon r square minus 2a cos theta upon r. Mark this equation number 10. Now since we are saying that r is much greater than a, that is r greater than a, then in that condition we take only the first order of a upon r and neglect the higher power of terms, that is a square upon r square can be neglected, which is very small value. Then the equation 10 becomes r2 square equal to r square within bracket is 1 plus 2a cos theta upon r. Now remove the square, then r2 equal to r within bracket 1 minus 2a cos theta upon r and raised to the power 1 by 2. Mark equation number 11. Now your aim is to find out 1 upon r2. That value you have to substitute in equation 1. So that's why 1 upon r2 equal to 1 upon r within bracket 1 minus 2a cos theta upon r and raised to the power minus 1 by 2. Mark this equation number 12. Similarly, as you have done earlier, expand it by using the binomial theorem and neglect the higher power of terms. So the equation 12 becomes 1 upon r2 equal to 1 upon r within bracket is 1 minus and minus 1 by 2. So that becomes plus 1 by 2. 2a cos theta upon r, or this 2 and 2 get cancelled. Then you will get 1 upon r2 equal to 1 upon r within bracket is 1 plus a cos theta upon r, that is the equation number 13. Now you have calculated the value of 1 upon R1 and 1 upon R2. Now substitute these values in equation number 1. So now you substituting the value of 1 upon R1 and 1 upon R2 from equation 7 and 13 in equation 1. Then equation 1 becomes, that is V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R is common. Within bracket is 1 plus 2a cos theta 1 plus a cos theta upon r minus 1 plus a cos theta upon r. So 1 and minus 1, this gets cancelled. That is 1 minus 1 is 0. So finally what you will get, V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r, within bracket is 2a cos theta upon r. Now Q into 2a cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Now Q into 2a, that is electric dipole moment. So in place of that we put P. So finally what you will get, V within bracket R means electric potential at a point P which is at small r distance from the center of the dipole. So that's why we are writing VR equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta upon R square. Or you can write that expression VR equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P vector dot R cap. R cap is unit vector upon R square. So that is equation number 14. So this expression is true for the even a for small electric dipole. That is the condition which you have taken, R is greater than A. Now we take special cases. As I told you earlier, the point P is neither on axial line nor on equatorial line. But if the angle theta equal to 0 or 180 degree, then in that condition the point P is on axial line of electric dipole. Then substitute this value, then what you will get, VR equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos 0 or 180 degree upon R square. Then VR equal to plus minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P upon R square, because cos 0 is plus 1 and cos 180 is minus 1. So that's why we are taking here plus minus. So if theta equal to 0, then its value is positive. If theta equal to 180 degree, then its value is negative. Similarly, if we place theta equal to 90 degree, then point P is on equatorial line of an electric dipole. So when you substitute the value, then what you will get, VR equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos 90 upon R square, and cos 90 is 0. So that's why it is 0. So electric potential at a point on equatorial plane or at a point on equatorial line of an electric dipole is 0. So from here, there is a one interesting question that the CBSE asks so many times in your examination. It write a point or where at a point electric potential is 0 but electric field intensity is not 0. The answer is very simple. That is at a point on the equatorial line of an electric dipole where electric field intensity is not 0 but electric potential is 0. Now, if suppose in examination they ask drive an expression for electric potential at a point on the axial line of an electric dipole, then what you will do? Either you have to perform the derivation which I explained just now, or you can perform like that. At a point on axial line, you consider an electric dipole which consists minus q and plus q charges separated by a small distance 2a. So from the center, distance is a and a. Let P be a point on the axial line at which we are placing a unit positive test charge. At this point P, which is on axial line on electric dipole, we have to determine electric potential. So from the center O, the point P is at distance small r. So what we do? First we calculate electric potential at point P due to this plus Q charge. Later on then due to minus Q charge at point P. Then we take the algebraic sum. So that is the electric potential at a point on the axial line of an electric dipole. So you see that the point P from B point is at distance r minus a. So electric potential at P due to the plus Q charge is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r minus a. Similarly, find out electric potential at P due to minus Q charge. So it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q upon r plus a. Now the total potential at point P, that is algebraic sum. So Vp equal to Vp plus Q, that is potential due to plus Q charge, plus potential at P due to minus Q charge. Substitute this value in this equation. Then what you will get? Vp equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught is common. Within bracket is 1 upon r minus a minus 1 upon r plus a. Take LCM. Then you will get Vp equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square minus a square is the LCM, and when you solve it, then finally in the numerator you will get Q into 2a. So Q into 2a is electric dipole moment, that is P. So electric potential at point P on the axial line of an electric dipole is Vp equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P upon r square minus a square. Now we say that if the electric dipole is very small, that is r is greater than a, then a square can be neglected from equation 1. Then equation 1 becomes Vp equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P upon r square. So same result you are getting when you are putting the theta equal to 0. The electric potential at a point on the axial line due to electric dipole, that is Vp equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P upon r square. Here P is constant, 4 pi epsilon naught is constant, 1 is constant. It means Vp is inversely proportional to r square. Similarly, if you have to find out the electric potential at a point on the equatorial line of an electric dipole, in that condition, again you have to take an electric dipole which consists minus q and plus q charges separated by a small distance 2a with center O. Now we take a point P at distance r from the center of the dipole, that is O point. Then you find out the electric potential at P due to the plus q charge. Similarly, find out the electric potential at P due to minus q charge. And OA distance is A and OB distance is A. So find out electric potential at P due to plus q charge is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon distance, that is BP. Similarly, find out electric potential at P due to minus q charge, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus q upon AP, distance from minus q charge to the point P. Then you see that from the diagram, PP equal to PA or AP equal to BP. So before substituting this value at point P, the total electric potential is the algebraic sum. So Vp equal to electric potential at P due to plus Q charge and plus electric potential at P due to minus Q charge. Substitute these values in this equation. Then what you will get? Vp equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, take outside, within bracket is 1 upon Bp minus 1 upon Ap. Since Bp equal to Ap, so substitute this value, then what you will get? You will get Vp equal to 0. The same result you are getting when you are putting theta equal to 90 degree in that expression, then you are getting electric potential at a point on equatorial line due to an electric dipole is 0. So here also you are getting Vp equal to 0. So these two derivations I just told you that if it is specified in your exam, you find out the electric potential at a point on axial line or an equatorial line of an electric dipole, then you can perform from here, and it is easy also rather than to the previous one derivation. But if they asked find out the electric potential at a point due to an electric dipole, then you have to perform the first derivation. So from here, what you are getting, net electrostatic potential at a point in the electric field due to an electric dipole at any point on the equatorial line is 0. Remember it, again I am telling you that 1 mark question, that write a point or where is the electric field intensity is not 0 but electric potential is 0. So that is the point equatorial, a point on the equatorial line of an electric dipole at which electric field intensity is not 0 but electric potential is 0. If you like my video, then like it, subscribe it, press the bell icon. Thank you and have a nice day.